Hi girls, how are you? Today we'll learn about knowing our numbers from class 6th. Exercise 1.3 question number 3, estimate the following product using general rule. So as we have done in the previous question, estimating and summing up the numbers, estimating and finding out the difference. Now here we have to find out the product. The first bit is here 578 into 161. 578 lies between 161, 578 lies between 500 and 600. So it is rounded off to the nearest 100 by general rule. So what the general rule says, round off to the greatest place value. So what is the place value of 578? Yes, it is hundreds. So 578 lies between 500 and 600. The round off number of 578 is 600 and round off number of 161 is 200. Now these numbers 578 and 161 we can change it to 600 and 200. So then you have to multiply it. We are estimating it. If we are when we are estimating, we have to round off to the nearest 100 place value according to the general rule. Now if you multiply 600 into 200, we will get 6 2s are 12 and the number of zeros. How many zeros are there? 4 zeros. So you add 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is your final answer? Your final answer is 1,20,000. Yes, very good. Now coming for the next one. The next here you have to understand it more carefully. See here, the greatest place value of 5,281 is 1000 and the greatest value of 3,491 is also 1000. But here, if you take 5,000 and 4,000, the product is quite bigger than the when we are doing the accurate multiplication. So what we will do in this case, the first one we will round off to the nearest 1000, that is 5,000. But here 3,000 and 3,491, we cannot take it as 3,000 also, we cannot take it as 4,000 also. If you are taking 3,000, it will become less. If you take 4,000, it will become more. So in the product form, what we will do, we will take the next, that is 3,491. We are rounding off to 3,500 only to get the almost not the exact, but not much difference. We should not get much difference when we are estimating it. So for that, the second number, that is 3,491, we are rounding off to 3,500 only. We are not rounding off to the 4,000. We are not rounding off to the 3,000 also. Actually, if we are rounding off to the thousands place value, it has to be 3,000. But if we are taking with the 3,000, the estimation is becoming less than the accurate result. So in that cases, in the product one only, when we are finding the product, this option is there that we are using 3,500. Whereas in addition and subtraction, we are rounding off to the nearest 1,000 only. I hope it is clear. So with now after doing that one, what we will do now, 5,000 into 3,500, which will give you 1 crore 75 lakhs. Hope it is clear to you. This point only has to be made it clear that here we have not rounded up to 3,000, but instead of that we have taken 3,500. Hope it is clear to you. Continuation of question number 3, bit number C, 1,291 into 592. Rounding off by general rule, 1,291 we are rounding off to 1,300 only, and 592 we are rounding off to 600. As I have told you before, we are not rounding off to 1,000. We are rounding off to 1,300. Okay, to the hundreds place. If you multiply this one 13 into 1300 into 600, so how much it will be? 13 6 are 78, and add the number of zeros. How many zeros? 1 2 3 4. So how much we'll get the answer as 7,80,000. Now the next one, debit 9,250 into 29. Rounding off by general rule, 9,250 will be rounded off to 9,000 and 29 will be rounded off to 30. So how much you will get the answer? Now 9,000, when it get multiplied by 30, just you multiply this one, 9 into 3, 9 3 is 27, and add the number of zeros. So how many zeros are there? 1 2 3 4. So how much, what will be the answer? 2,78,000. 2,70,000. Hope it is clear to you. Roman numeral. The examples it is. So Roman numerals, it is the last topic of your chapter. Questions are not given from this topic, but we will do one example based on this one. Convert the number 1786 into the form of a Roman numeral. So Roman numerals you have learned in your class 4th, your class 5 also. That is, I stands for 1, V stand for 5, X stand for 10. So like this, you can read it from the textbook. Here I am taking one example, and then I am going to use all the digits. That is, D stands for 500, C stands for 100, L for 50. So what is the example here? What we need to do, first we have to expand it. Expand it 1786. So 1000, then 700, then 80, and then plus 6. Now write this Roman numeral. 1000, in the place of 1000 you can write M in the for 700. That is, 700 is, if you split it, 500 plus 100 and 100. So what you can write? DCC. For 80, 80 is nothing but 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. So which is equals to LXXX. 6 is V and I. So therefore 1786, finally you will get the answer as MDCCLXXX V and 1. So Roman numerals are still used in the watches and for class also. For giving the first class, second class, third class also we are using it. Apart from the Indo-Arabic numerals, Hindu-Arabic numerals, we are using the Roman numerals also. So you should have the knowledge of numerals. Thank you, girls.